back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no longer. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and our home team. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready. Hey, hold on. Right set. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on first down. King. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Here's King off the play fake. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, King. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. King. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. Pass. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen, 48 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. King. It's Williams on the catch. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw. King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Cohen, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll drop the throw toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 20! This pass complete to Higgins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go, D. Let's go. Check 2056.
2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mullins. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Swift trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Set for the 2nd quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
He's checking. Crash.
King from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run the counter. Swift. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and 11. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now King operating from the gun. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw is King on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Buchanan. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. Kenny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, King. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll send out their punter now. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Able to fight through one tackle. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Operating from the gun, King. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch tight. Tight is right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
2nd and long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cullen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Second and 13. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
They'll take over. We got this. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey. 90 is in mind.
On first down, Kenny. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Kenny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. King now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Cohen, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
First down, Philadelphia.
On the ready. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitched?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. Here's King on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Second and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Go, go.
Back to throw. King. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. Wait. Down ending. I smell fear in that offense. Kill, kill, kill. Turn on. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check, 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 check.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's 2nd and 8. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gonzalez. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Buddy up. Check right 34. Right 34. Bring it. Bring it.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. King on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. King. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I've never played.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now King operating from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. A big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It leads to 2nd and
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
15's mine. I got 15.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Eagles, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener.
Up is magic. With this game, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle.